Oh, damn the bad weather, we'll go out today. Shoulder to shoulder, we'll pull a day's pay. We'll work with the wind and we'll sail with the tide and haul the fish up from wherever they hide. We belong to the ocean for better or worse, and God will decide if it's blessing or curse. Pitch black and blowing, that's her gift to give. She may kill us tomorrow, but tonight let us live. So Lightkeeper, make sure your flame's burning bright. Keep us well off of those rocks and these bars, and guide us back home through the dark of the night. Oh, Lightkeeper, shine like the moon and the stars. Shine like the moon and the stars.
So let's raise a glass at the end of the day and drink to the whales and the gales and the spray, to the boat and her captain, her hard-working crew, to the lobster and codfish. Let's drink to them too.
Fired!
Already quit.
You what?
I quit.
You're fired.
I already quit.
You can't quit.
I quit.
I fired you.
I quit.
I fired
I
you.
tell you, I quit already. Oh, to everlasting brimstone with this job. To thunder with it, I say.
My company's not good enough for you, eh?
Oh, a heap of company you are, Seth Atkins. A heap of company. When I'm awake, you're sleeping and snoring with...
Well, that's the... I never snored like that in my life.
You'll snore when you're dead and wake up the whole graveyard. No, there ain't no decent company out here.
You're a fool.
Oh, I'm a fool. I'm a fool. There ain't a decent man. No, a woman.
Now we're getting to it. Oh. Now we're getting... That's where the shoe pinches. What? Isn't it? Huh? Huh? Yes, sir. My next assistant won't be girl-struck.
Oh. Well, I would rather be girl-struck than always ripping and raving against women like you do. I'm going back to the blacksmithing, where I can be sociable.
You're a fool. Out here, we can put our boots up on the furniture and smoke cigars and pipes until we're dizzy, and speak our opinion with all the voice and lung power of free-born American citizens. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Why would we want to bring a woman into this paradise? Brains enough to steer clear of petticoats.
Come off it! You hate women the same reason a poor boy hates ice cream. Because there ain't none around. Good day, miserable old man.
Right.
Hello. Oh, pleasant morning, isn't it?
Pleasant morning. You scared me near to death. I thought you was drowned.
Did you? Well, to be honest, so did I.
Ah. Well, where on earth did you come from?
Oh, I fell overboard from a steamer off here somewhere.
Well, good land of love. You've got to get out of these wet clothing. You've got to get dry. Can you walk? Don't throw your arm around me. That's it. There we go. Now, tongue rest. Let your feet do the work. Swim. Can you eat anything?
Can I? I haven't eaten since yesterday noon.
Well, these are clam fritters. Now you sit down and fill up.
thank you. By the way, where am I?
Eastern Township, that's the Eastern Light. I'm the keeper. Atkins. Seth Atkins.
Delighted to meet you, Mr. Atkins. And tremendously obliged to you besides.
Needing me, didn't do nothing. Now, you said your name was,
Did I? What?
No, perhaps you didn't. What is your name?
Why, my name? Oh, my name is Brown. John Brown. Not the gentleman who was hanged, of course. A distant relative, that's all.
John Brown. I don't suppose you know the name of the steamship you fell off of?
Why? Well, I can't seem to remember. Isn't that odd?
Yes. Or the port she hailed from?
I suppose not.
Well, it's past my bedtime. As I told you, my assistants left me all of a sudden with this government property. Normally, I would just turn in.
Mr. Atkins, my memory seems to have failed me somewhat, but I haven't forgotten everything. For instance, I can remember perfectly well that I'm not a crook, and that I'm grateful to you, and I don't steal. So you needn't worry that I should clear out with the silverware while you're asleep.
I'll risk it. There's tobacco and extra pipes on the mantelpiece, and there's a Bible on the desk if you're a man of faith, and there's more books there and there and there, there. If I ain't awake by 6 p.m., you wake me.
Hello. Why, you're up ahead of time. It's not 6 yet.
No, it's not. Not since that miserable Ezra quit, I've turned into a human alarm clock. Mr. Brown, I assume that you want to let your family know you're all right, so we can telephone to Eastern Center. They have a telegraph.
Thank you, but I couldn't think of putting you to further trouble. They don't know where I am, and, well, most of them at least don't care. So let's just leave it at that. Let's talk about yourself. You're lightkeeper here, yes?
Maybe.
And this lighthouse seems to be a good way from everyone and everybody.
5 miles from Eastern Center. Why?
Just for instance. No neighbors, you said.
There you want.
Well, I noticed the bungalow just across the brook there. It seemed to be shut up.
Oh, the cottage on the other side of the creek. Well, it's owned by two painting men from Boston way. House painters. Just joking. They come down every summer and paint the sand and the water and the sky. Seems a pretty silly job for grown men, but they're pleasant and folksy and they don't bother anybody.
Atkins, you're not married?
What? What did you say?
I asked if you were married.
Stop it. Just stop it. You asked if I was married.
Why shouldn't I?
Why shouldn't you? Why shouldn't you? Who made you ask me that?
Who made me?
Don't say words after me. Are you a man or a parrot? Can't you understand plain United States English? Huh? Now, who made you say the question you asked me? No, none of that. You'll answer me.
Oh, it must be the mosquitoes. They must get through and puncture the brain after a time, I presume.
What are you talking about? You're crazy.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're not, meaning I am.
Well, I'm not an expert in such cases. But when a perfectly simple, commonplace question sets a chap to pounding and screaming and offering violence, well, it's either insanity or an attempt at an insult. I've given you the benefit of the doubt.
Well, I didn't insult you. I'm not crazy. Beg your pardon for yelling and grabbing hold of you like that.
Granted.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me see. So there was nothing special about the question.
There was not.
Married. A wife. What do you take me for, a damn fool?
Let's change the subject. That assistant of yours, the chap who left a day or two before I arrived, what were his duties?
Well, there was considerable. Stand and watch and sweep up and scrub brass and, you know, make himself generally useful. And in return, I tried to teach him to appreciate the light. Of course.
If you find a replacement.
No. Fact is, I should have telegraphed right off to the superintendent.
Well, perhaps you won't need to.
Nah, of course I need to. It's regulations. I can't stay up day and night.
Far be it from me to toot my horn, Mr. Atkins. But speaking as one discerning person to another, when it comes to an A1 first chop Lightkeepers assistant, I ask, what's the matter with yours truly? John Brown.
You?
Me.
You are fooling.
No, not a fool. No, I mean it. I'm here. I'm green, but in the sunshine of your experience, I agree to ripen rapidly.
You're an able and well-educated young man. You're used to city ways and servants and the like.
Well, how'd you know I've been used to such things?
Well, like I hinted, I'm not a dumb fool. You're a rich man's son. The idea that you'd want to waste your days and nights in a godforsaken place like this? No. Nonsense!
Just for the record, I'm not an old sleuth. I don't have any ambitions that way. I don't know anything about you. Where you've been, what you've done.
What I've done? Who said I've done anything? Who said that? It's a lie.
What's a lie?
Whatever it is they said I've done.
Who said?
They said. Whatever it is they said that made you say that.
Well, I didn't say anyone had said anything.
Well, then why did you hint that...
Call me when the patient recovers his senses. This delirium is painful to a sensitive nature.
What did you mean when you said that?
Oh, you were addressing me? Yes?
Am I addressing you? By thunder, who else would I be addressing? And Mr. John Brown, if that's your name, which I doubt, you listen to me.
Very well, Mr. Seth Atkins, if that's your name. I'm listening. Proceed.
You said yesterday that you were interested in the job of assistant keeper at the Light here.
I want the job.
Well, one thing you do have to understand, whether you're here for 10 minutes or 10 years. There'll be no hints, no questions about me. Mind your own business. That's the motto at Eastham Lighthouse, as long as I'm boss. What do you think of that?
Hurrah!
Hurrah. Hurrah. You can't say anything sensible, even if you try.
Joking aside, I don't see why in time I shouldn't make an ideal lightkeeper's assistant. Any brass to be scrubbed? Boss.
I'll be gone most of the day. What do you say to having lobster tonight?
Why not?
Good. Fetch one out of my traps off the pier. You ever cook a lobster, have you? Well, it's simple enough. You just boil him in hot water till he's done.
I see. Yes, I imagine if he was boiled at all, it would be in hot water.
Water's got to be boiling before you put him in. See, the water's boiling, and then you souse him, you see?
I see. How do you know when he's done?
Well, when he looks done, he is done. Generally speaking.
Yes. Yes, of course. He is done when he looks done, and when he looks done, he is done. Yes, any child could follow those instructions.
And be very careful with these lobsters. If you're not careful, then dip you. That's why you use the dip net. And feed Joshua.
Joshua?
My horse.
Oh, no. Joshua! Ooh, Joshua! Stand still. Good horse.
Well, far be it for me to toot my own horn, eh? Toot your horn for you, good for nothing.
Ooh, Joshua.
Well, by time.
What are you doing here?
What I'm doing here? What am I doing here? What I'm doing here is none of your affair. What are you doing here? That's the question.
I don't know exactly.
You don't know? Well, let's see. What could you be doing? Maybe you were spying on me. Yes, maybe you were sneaking around looking to find out what I was up to. Wait, where are you going?
Back to the light. And you may go to the devil and take your confounded menagerie with you.
My menagerie? What?
Oh, and that, I presume, is your horse Joshua. Well, if there are any more Old Testament patriarchs in the vicinity, I don't know where they are. And I don't care. I'm going to follow your advice and mind my own business.
Hey. I apologize. Take it all back. I know you want to spy on me.
Correct.
But you're wondering why I was painting that old schooner. She's a beauty, ain't she?
She?
You know that old boats are female. You know that. You love her.
Indeed. How's the weather tonight? Clear?
Yeah, seems fine enough. A little thick to the eastward. Been tinkering with that boat on and off for 8 years. Bought her for $5.
Excuse me, Atkins. I mind my own business.
Oh, I know. I got her because she reminded me of old times, you know? I used to command a boat like that. Bigger, of course. More able, quick. But a fishing schooner, nonetheless. And when I'm on her, I'm happy. Happier, I mean. Makes me forget that I'm just a good-for-nothing old derelict. Stranded on an old woman's job of lightkeeping.
Excuse me? Sir, is your equipage available for hire?
Echo what?
Oh, she means your horse and buggy.
Oh, sure. Yes, ma'am. Where you going?
To the lighthouse by way of the general store.
See, children, that's what a real lady looks like.
That is, if that fine-looking horse don't run off in the bargain.
Run off. Him? He won't run away. For the same reason old man Gould didn't say his prayers. God help. Whoa!
Hey, Seth. You hear about those 2 women that arrived on the down train? They's heading out to the light. You expecting some female company, are ya?
There's a buggy 2 miles back, behind me.
So?
Well, in that buggy there are 3 people, and only one of them is a man. Jedediah Snow, the driver. The other 2, well...
Well, if they aren't men, there's only one species left.
Women. Huh. Women. Dumb idiots. Come to picnic and spend the day, sure as taxes, and they'll want to see the light and have a tour, and they'll be clacking their tongues and asking 40 million questions.
Well, how do you know they're coming here?
Because there's nowhere else for them to come to. Well, you just have to show them around.
I will.
That'll be the assistant lightkeeper's job.
Wait a minute. According to the government rules, those who've got posted in the kitchen, the lightkeeper shows visitors around. I wouldn't break the rules for the world. Good morning. I think I'll go down to the beach for my daily swim.
Just a minute, Mr. Brown. At Eastern Light, the rules are a little different. Here, the assistant lightkeeper does the tours.
I have no desire to meet strangers. Strangers ask questions. I don't like questions.
I didn't want to be the one to bring this up, but you are under a certain obligation to me. After all, I am risking my job, keeping you here. There's civil service and all to go through, and we've skipped all that.
I understand.
So there are certain things you must do. And one of them is when women show up, you give the tours. And if you can't, out she go.
Atkins. Wait. I'm grateful to you for your kindness. I truly am. And I like you. And I'd like to please you. But if what you say is final, then I'll have to leave.
Are you crazy? You'd quit? Why?
I have my reasons. Upon my solemn oath, I cannot do as you say. You haven't told me why you don't like women.
Because they're women. I just don't like them. Consarnal women. Darn old women.
Oh, man.
I was out on the flats t'other day with this horse, and the tide pretty nigh caught us. The water in the main channel was so deep it was clean up to the critter's garbage straight. Still, by the creeping, I couldn't get him out of a walk.
Young man, do you remember that first day when you struck me up for the assistant lightkeeper's job? Asked me if I was married? I ain't been that shook up in many a day. I trust you. I trust you like I've trusted few men. So I'm going to tell you something that no other man on Cape Cod knows. I'm married. I'm married, and I got a wife.
Look, they're more than a mile away. We should be safe. Atkins, you don't have to give me any details. You know, I'm asking no questions.
No. I've got to say it or I'll burst.
All right.
I was on the sea for so long, but I was way past 50 and I was still single, and everyone had written me off as an old batch. And then I met a woman. Her name was Emmeline. Always thought Emmeline was a pretty name.
Emmeline's a very pretty name indeed.
Emmeline was a real pretty woman for her age. She had considerable prejudice against me going back to sea, and so I promised her I'd stay ashore. And we was happy, real happy for a while. Then Benny D come. Consarn.
Who was Benny D?
He was her first husband's brother up from Boston way. He was different. He was a genius, they said. At least he said he was. An inventor. Although the only thing I saw him invent was a way of living without working. But his brother thought the world of him, and so before he died, he got Emmeline to promise that she'd always be kind to Benny D. And Benny D came to stay with us for a while, and he stayed on and on and on. But you can see where that was going. He and I never took a shine to each other, and Emmeline blamed me for it. One day, I passed the washroom, and she was crying. I walked in, and I put my arm around her, and I said, Emmeline, there's no need to cry. I know I'm not a great husband, but I'm doing the best I can for someone who wasn't a genius. And she interrupted and laughed and said, no, you ain't, that's for sure. And that was Benny D talking. And it got me mad. So I told her, one genius in the house was enough, and I left, without a hat or dunnage. And when I got to the back door, I thought I heard her singing my name. And I waited to hear it again, but I must have been mistaken, for I didn't hear nothing. And so I left, and I never set eyes on her again.
I'm sorry, Atkins. I sympathize with you. But as I said, you must find another assistant. You see, you're not the only woman hater on the beach.
Another woman's done you in that way, too?
No. The other way around, if anything. Look, Atkins, I'm not in the habit of discussing my private matters. You know, let's just say that I'm here to escape from a nasty predicament. And that caring for someone, a woman in particular, is at the bottom of my trouble. And if I could, I would never see another one.
Son, I'm sorry for you. I like you. I like you first rate. And if I could, I'd fix it so that you could stay here forever, or as long as you wanted. As for the folks that do come, we could hide out like we're doing now. Or share the responsibility. But there's one thing you've got to understand. You're young. And maybe your woman-hating will wear off. And if that happens, out you go. I'll have no love-making or sparking on these premises.
If ever you catch me being even coldly familiar with a female of any age, I hereby request that you hit me, politely but firmly, with an axe.
And if I'm confectionery with any woman, drown me. Shake.
Cam the other day, I said, how much you want for that thing? Well, that was old Sam Nicholson, and he wouldn't bargain for that horse for nothing. I wanted to get him.
Oh, Mrs. Bascom! Is this not the most beautiful place that you have ever seen? Oh, I shall certainly enjoy a summer here. Far from the madding crowds, ignoble strife. Just like Thoreau, we have to simplify. Simplify.
Did that Thoreau fella bring a housekeeper with him, too?
Hi! Hi! Mr. Lighthouse man, come! Quick! Help us! Please! Here! Come here! They'll eat us alive.
Who? What?
Wasps. Oh. I'm so glad you come. Here, take this. Hit them quick and hard.
Poor thing, hope he doesn't get stung.
Oh!
it seemed to be.
I'm so glad. We're much obliged to you. The whole situation is perfectly ridiculous, but Mrs. Bascom was frightened, and I was too, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, maybe you'd like to know who it is you helped. My name's Bascom. I'm housekeeper to Miss Ruth Lowell. This is Miss Lowell.
Lowell? The artist?
I paint a little, just for fun, really, these days. But my brother is an artist. He and his friend, Mr. Hamilton, own this bungalow, and I intend to camp here for several weeks, Mrs. Bascom and I.
Well, delighted to meet you both.
Oh, and listen, I do apologize. I saw you standing up by the light, and I thought you was one of the keepers, but well, you're a visitor, aren't you, Mr.
Brown.
Mr. Brown? No, you ain't no keeper, are you?
No, I'm the assistant lightkeeper at present.
Oh, you don't seem like a keeper. The way you talk and act. You ain't been here long, have you?
No.
Just come this summer?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Well, you certainly ain't a Cape Codder.
Oh, Mrs. Bascom. Mr. Brown certainly doesn't have the time to stand around and answer our questions. Good morning, Mr. Brown. No doubt I shall see you often.
Good morning.
He's the oddest lightkeeper I ever seen. They don't usually come so handsome and refined.
No?
Birdies.
Mrs. Bascom, if you don't mind me prying, where's your husband?
Well, he's either halfway around the world or dead. For all I know, I ain't seen him in many a year now.
Must be difficult.
No, he's a good-for-nothing scallywag. But Scripture says I gotta forgive him 70 times 7 times. That's 490 forgivenesses by my calculation. He's got about 6 or 7 forgivenesses left by my count.
With all due respect, Mrs. Bascom, I don't think that Jesus meant the number literally. In fact, I don't think he meant to put any limit on the number of times that you're to forgive someone.
Ah. Well, maybe so. You a religious woman, Miss Lowell?
Heavens, no. But I am a minister's daughter.
Oh, were you one of them perfect church children?
Oh, yes. Quite perfect. But, I'm afraid all that perfection, followed by a solid Radcliffe education, came with a healthy dose of cynicism.
Sin or what?
Doubt.
Oh. So that's why a pretty girl like you ain't married him, because she's always doubting. Oh, I'm sorry. It ain't my place to talk so familiar-like with my employer. I apologize.
It's quite all right, Mrs. Bascom. You're a very insightful woman. And perhaps you're right. The standards that I've set for a husband are a bit lofty. Good morning. Beautiful day for a swim.
Yes.
Have you gone in? Let's race. Come on, I'll let you win the first one. Well, you won that third one.
Oh, I believe it was a tie.
Does that embarrass you? That a woman should swim as well as you?
Why ever should it? You're a very strong swimmer, Miss Lowell. You must have practiced a great deal.
Yes, I have. I never could get that side stroke, though. It's ever so much faster.
Oh, it's simple, really. Just a knack. Well, I could certainly teach you sometime.
My brother has taught me, but against my father's wishes. ever so unladylike to be sporting, shall we say? Oh, Horace is a splendid swimmer. He's one of the very best.
Horace? Why, you don't mean Horace Lowell of Harvard Athletic?
Yes, how do you know him?
I've met him.
Where? Oh, of course, you met him here. I keep forgetting that you've been neighbors for 3 summers.
Yes, certainly.
It's odd that he didn't mention me. He's told me so much about this place. The quaintness and the loneliness of it all. And he's often spoke of your lightkeeper. Is it Mr. Atkins? Is that his name?
Yes.
I'd really like to meet him. Horace says that he's rather odd, but that once you get to know him, he's a fine fellow and full of dry humor.
Well, I really must be going. Good morning, Miss Lowe.
I shall expect you to swim with me tomorrow. You promised to teach me that side stroke, remember?
I must call the doctor at once. Either the doctor or the superintendent. If he's developed this habit, he's not fit for his job.
Wait, where are you going?
Oh, are you awake?
Of course I'm awake. What kind of fool question is that? What did you mean when you said that you were going for the doctor or the superintendent? One or the other.
Oh, this is dreadful. He walks in his sleep and snores when he's awake. I must call the doctor.
Wait.
Be calm, Atkins. Don't complicate your diseases by adding heart trouble. 3 times today I've caught you peeping at me through the crack in this door. Within 15 seconds of the last peep, I find you snoring. Therefore, I say that...
Belay! I was just looking to see what time it was.
But you must have done it in your sleep.
I was as wide awake as you are.
Why were you snoring? You couldn't have fallen asleep between the door and the bed.
Because oh, shut up.
I will, provided you stop spying on me.
Spying on you? Spying on you? Why would I do that?
Well, no good reason. Because I have no intention of visiting our new neighbors. None whatsoever.
Oh, I beg your pardon. I'm so sorry. I was uneasy. Having a beautiful girl landed unexpectedly right in the middle of us.
How did you know she was beautiful? I never mentioned her looks.
No, you didn't. But you forget, Mr. Brown, that I was young once, too. And to every young man, every young girl is beautiful. So there.
Yes, well... Look, you just go back to bed.
Good morning, Mr. Brown. Please don't mind me. No doubt I should feel the same if it were my plate.
No, please.
Is Mr. Atkins in?
Yes, he's in, but
May I see him? If he's busy, I can wait. And please, don't let me interrupt you. You were busy too, were you not?
Yes, I was washing dishes.
Oh.
Yes, washing and sweeping and doing a scrubwoman's work are my regular employments.
Indeed. Well, then, I'm just in time to help.
No, I don't need any help, thank you.
Of course you do. Everyone needs help with the dishes. Please, I may as well be useful while I wait.
Do you wish to see Mr. Atkins on particular business?
No. I just wanted to make his acquaintance. Horace has told me so many interesting things about him. By the way, when did you say that you met Horace? Was it last summer or the summer before? I said, was it last summer or the summer before?
I don't remember. Last summer, I think.
You must remember. How could you forget anything that happens around here? I mean, so few things do happen, I should say. So it was last summer?
Yes.
That's odd.
Shall I call Atkins? He's in his room.
I say that that's odd because when Mrs. Bascom and I met you, you told us this was your first summer here.
Do you wish me to call Atkins? He's asleep, but I can wake him.
Oh, well, he's asleep. I didn't realize it.
Yes, and frankly, I don't care to wake him, unless you take the responsibility.
Why?
Because, Miss Lowell, Seth Atkins is a woman-hater of the most rabid type. I'll wake him if you wish, but when he finds out why he's being roused, I won't take responsibility for the consequences.
A woman-hater? You don't say. Well, jolly, now I'm crazy to meet him.
Very good. Oh, I think he'll cure your lunacy.
Wait a minute, perhaps I don't need to wake him right now.
Just as you say.
No, on the whole, I think I'll wait. I may call again. You did not swim yesterday.
No. I was busy.
I see. Good morning.
I'm sorry I was so rude. If you're still so inclined, I could give you that lesson. 3 o'clock?
All right. That is a rare and welcome comment from a man.
Well, Homo sapien, been a member for years.
Homo erectus? Homo brutalis?
Ruth, have you only met the worst of us?
Is there another subsection?
Why, Ruth, I think I just caught you in cliché. There are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in your philosophy.
Meaning?
Meaning women don't have a monopoly on complexity.
Oh, the traitor. After all I'd done for him. Why, Judas, after all I'd done. Oh, oh. Oh, madam! Would you kindly tell me what you...
Seth!
Emmeline?
Are you there?
Who is it?
Who is it? It's me, you fool. I gotta talk to you.
It is you.
God, it really is you. I scarcely believe it. Really is you.
It's you here.
Yeah, it's me. And it's you. We're here. Both of us. Well, why in the world you should be, I don't know.
Me? Me? I belong here. It's you. High time. I don't know why. But of course, you're here because...
Oh, what was that?
Nothing.
What was that?
Nothing.
Nothing, I guess. Listen, if you was flattering yourself with the idea that I came here to chase after you, you've never been more mistaken in your life. You sit down. You and I have got to talk. Now, Seth Bascom, I think that... What is it? Oh, it's your name, isn't it? That's right, now I remember. You've taken the name Atkins since we met.
I didn't take any name. It was my middle name all the time, and you knew it. It was the Bascom that I gave to you.
Well, so you ran away from your name the way you ran away from your wife. Well, of course. You came down here to run away from all women. You know, Miss Ruth said to me this morning, someone told her that the Lightkeeper was a woman hater. Are you a woman hater, Seth?
Yes, I am.
Oh.
And do you wonder?
I don't wonder you're running away. That I should have expected. Oh, come on, Miss ain't getting us anywhere. You're here and I'm here. Now, what's your idea of the best thing to do under the circumstance?
Well, one of us should go somewhere else, I suppose.
Oh, run away again, you mean? I shan't. I'm Miss Ruth's housekeeper for this trip out here. Of course, if I'd known my husband was in the neighborhood, I shouldn't have taken the job.
I'll submit my resignation.
Run away again?
Yes.
Oh, why?
Why? Emmeline Bascom, you ask me that.
Yes, I do. We ain't children. We're sensible, well, we ought to be. I shall stay here, and you ought to too. Nobody knows in town that you're my husband or that I'm your wife, and they needn't know it either. And we ain't even got the same names. We're strangers as far as anybody knows, and we can stay strangers.
Well, we have to see each other.
We needn't see each other much. Oh, but I can guess what's bothering you. It's young Brown, isn't it? You've told him you're a woman hater, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Is he one too?
Well, he pretends to be.
Well, I thought that he was... Oh, well. Doesn't matter. Perhaps he is. Anyhow, he can pretend to be, and you can pretend to believe him. I ain't telling you what to do, but it seems to me that for once in your life, you'll be man enough to stick it out. Just stick it out. I gotta get back. Good night.
Emmeline, hold on. Wait, I've got something to say.
I can't hold on. I gotta get back.
Now, Emmeline, I listen to you. Now you listen to me. Fine. I'll stay here, and I'll do my job.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad you've got some spunk.
Yes. I do admit that I came here to get clear of everyone, mostly women, and then the one woman...
You especially wanted to get clear of.
That ain't the truth, and you know it. She set out to get clear of me, and I gave in just like I had in everything else.
She didn't set out to get clear.
She did.
Oh, no, she didn't.
I say she did.
Seth Bascom, if all you wanted me to stay here for was to be one of a pair of katydids hollering at each other, I'm going. I'm no bug. I'm a woman.
You hove out a hint that I was less than a man when I cleared out of your house.
Who sewed that button on?
What?
That button right here on your shirt. Who sewed that on?
Well, I did. What kind of foolish question is that?
I'm sure you did. Nobody but a man would sew a white button on a white shirt with black thread.
What are we talking about shirt and button for? I'm talking to you about becoming a man. Now, what kind of man would I have been had I stayed in your house, huh? And been treated like a dog, kicked from one room to another? Just as you did, you and that brother-in-law of yours.
Yeah.
Because that's all I was, a yellow dog.
Well, if a dog's the right breed and big enough, it's his own fault if he's kicked twice.
That's Benny D talking. That's not the Emmeline I married.
fog last night, wasn't there?
Yeah, considerable.
Well, those boots. They're so wet, they look as though you'd worn them wading.
Wading? What's that you said?
I said those boots are so wet, they look as though you'd worn them wading.
Well, that's a damn fool thing to say. How could I be wading if I was up in the lighthouse all night?
I didn't suppose you had really been wading. I was joking. What on earth's the matter with you?
Nothing. Nothing. He was joking, eh? Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. It would be funny. Funny joke, waiting up in the lighthouse. Yes, I get it now. I didn't get it at first, but now I got it. Yeah. Thought she was out of your mind. Like he was swimming around all night. So long, I've gotta go to bed.
Wait, what was that you said? About my, swimming, was it?
Nothing. I was joking. Like you was joking about the wading, I was joking about the swimming. It was a joke.
Yeah, very good.
Oh. What do you want?
Came for my shirt.
Your shirt?
I left it on the chair in the kitchen. And when I woke up, it was gone.
Oh.
So I figured my helper didn't do it, so I thought that you might have snuck in and took it.
Oh. Now, what would I want of your shirt? Do you think I was calculating to wear it?
No, nothing more.
I should hope not.
But you took it just the same.
All right, Seth, suppose I did. What then? Hmm?
Well, I just want it back, that's all.
Oh, well, you can have it back. Now, why do you think I took it?
I don't know.
Did you think that I wanted to keep it as a souvenir of last night's doing?
No, but I remember that you're particular about these things, and you probably didn't like the way the button was sewed on.
You guessed right. No, there are some things that I cannot bear to have in my neighborhood, and your kind of sewing is one of them. So I just sewed them as I ought to be.
Well, thank you. I'm much obliged. You was the best sewer of buttons that I ever see. Oh, look at the time. I got to be on duty. Here, let me help you.
I don't need any help. I can do it.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, nothing much. Just you just surprised me, that's all.
Why?
Well, you've changed so. You've got more spunk than you used to have. Well, you better be careful or you'll be a real man someday. All right, come on. You want your shirt, don't you?
Yes, thank you. Now, they look like they'll stay on for a while. Much obliged. Emmeline, you said something about me changing and that I was more of a man. You ever suppose why?
No. Well, maybe it's because I wasn't around. Hmm?
No, Emmeline, it certainly wasn't that. And you know it. No, it's... The closer I am to the sea, the better I am. When I'm on salt water, I'm a man. And when I'm on land, I don't fit in, as you well know. And so keeping the light is the closest thing I have to being at sea.
Seth, can I ask you a question? Why didn't you go to sea when you left me? I thought you had, of course. Why didn't you?
Why didn't I go to sea?
Mm-hmm.
didn't I go to sea? But don't you remember? I promised you that I wouldn't go to sea again.
Seth, you just earned back one of them forgivenesses. Just one, though.
If you're wondering what tomorrow will bring, what life has in store, love was made for two, beautiful, but it hurts. Every rose has its thorn. If the grass is greener and the sun shines brighter and the moon glow magically caresses you in another world with another lover, you will discover the truth. If the universe has an infinite number of possibilities, what a miraculous chain of coincidence led you to me. If the grass is greener and the sun shines brighter and the moon glow magically caresses you in another world with another lover, you will discover the truth. You will discover that I love you. You will discover that I love you. I love you.
So miss all this back in the city.
You're going away?
Tomorrow. Going back to Boston and then to visit friends in the Berkshires and then I might go join my brother in Europe.
Tomorrow?
Yes. Mr. Brown,
Please, don't call me that. Oh, confound it. It isn't my name.
I know.
You do?
You're Russell Brooks, the only son of Alfred Whitfield Brooks, the famous industrialist.
Well, how on earth did you know that?
Oh, it was simple enough. You weren't a lightkeeper, that was plain. You weren't used to doing housework or washing dishes, that was even more plain. So, in my next letter to my brother, I described you as well as I could. I said you were as good, if not a better, swimmer than he. And I asked for particulars. And he wrote back and said that the only fellow that he could think of was Russell Brooks. But what Russell Brooks from London was doing as a lightkeeper's assistant at Easton Light, he didn't know. And neither did I, but regardless, I was very happy to have met you in real life. Especially here, where I had no one to talk to but Mrs. Bascom. I certainly couldn't talk to Mr. Atkins by reason of his aversion to my unfortunate sex.
Well, I'll tell you why I'm here.
Well, I don't really have a right to ask. But I am dying to know.
I'm just an unlucky idiot who jumped overboard from a steamer, tried to kill myself. But I hadn't the good luck to drown.
Yeah?
Oh. Where's Mr. Brown?
I believe he's asleep.
Oh. Oh, well, I just come over to find out if you had any twine, because we were almost out. And,
My apologies, but we've only got just enough for regulations.
all right. I might as well be trotting back again.
How did you two fare over at the bungalow during the gale? Kept dry and snug, did you?
Yep. Yep.
I thought maybe you'd be nervous and scared, being alone so.
I got used to being alone. And as for Miss Ruth, I don't think she's scared of anything.
It was considerable a gale. I thought myself I'd go over during one.
So did I. I could see your shadow moving around up there once in a while. Now, what made you come out on the gallery at the worst of it last night?
I didn't come out on the gallery till after midnight. What was you doing up so late?
With such a racket, a body couldn't sleep.
But you was looking at the lighthouse, Emmeline. Was you looking at me? Was you worried about me?
Oh, hush now, you'll wake the other woman hater.
Oh, I don't care. I don't care if I wake up all creation. Was you worried about me as I was worried about you?
Go on.
Hey, answer me!
Good Lord, you certainly have taken to ordering folks around since the old days. All right, yes, then I was coming by to find out if you hadn't gotten cold or something, because you're such a child, and I'm such a soft-headed fool, I couldn't help it. All right? But I also wanted to come by before I leave.
Leave? What do you mean, leave?
Just what I say. Miss Lowell's going to Boston tomorrow, I think, and I'm going with her.
Well, you're coming back.
Why? Why should I come back here? My job's over. So goodbye, Seth. It ain't likely that we'll meet again. In this life. I hope you'll be happy. I do. I hope you'll be happy. Bye.
Emmeline! You mustn't go. I can't let you go like this. That's Henry G's grocery cart. Don't move, and I'm not finished talking to you yet.
Hello?
Hello?
How you be, Mr. Atkins?
I be fine, thanks.
Got a couple of letters for the Lowell girl. One from Miss Bascom.
Get more for me, and then I'll see that they get delivered.
Oh, would you? Oh, much obliged. You gonna try and deliver them yourself, are you? I'd watch out. That Lowell girl, she's quite a peach. All the fellas are talking about her in town. You haven't gone and stopped hating women, have you?
When green hides are still fresh, they can be tanned. Don't forget that, young fella. It's 2 for Miss Ruth, and 1 for you.
For me? Well, who is it? I wonder.
In your last letter, you failed to enclose the usual stipend to keep the household going.
What is this?
So I shall be there soon to retrieve said expense money.
Is it bad news?
Your loving brother, Benjamin.
No, it's nothing. What I should have expected.
It is bad news. Can I help you? I'd like to, if I could.
I guess nobody can help me. Least of all you.
I know you've got no reason to like me, and maybe you're right. I don't know whether leaving you like that was right or wrong. But don't you think we could take another chance?
Seth Bascom. What on earth are you talking about? You chronic woman hater?
Oh, blessed at that. I'm not a woman hater. I just thought I was, and I never hated you, even in the worst of it. I never did. Now, you're in trouble, and I can help you. Give me a chance.
Yeah, I was in trouble before, and you didn't help me. You took off and you left me. Instead.
You just as much as told me to go. You know you did.
No, I didn't.
Well, you never told me to stay.
Well, it seems to me that a husband, if it was a man, didn't have to be coaxed to stay by his wife.
Do you still care for me?
Oh. I care for you much as I ever did. I never stopped caring for you. Fool that I am. But as for living with you, running the risk of being...
You won't be running any risk.
I'm sure.
No.
Yeah.
The worst fault you had with me was that you thought that I was too much something or other, not enough of a man. Good Lord! I'll show you what a man is. You give me the chance and I'll never give you reason to think that I'd leave you again. Now, you're in trouble. What is it?
I gotta go. Goodbye.
Emmeline, you're still married. I won't let you go without...
What are you asking me for? To forgive you? Mm-hmm. Well, I suppose I can. Yeah, I got just about one more forgiveness in me. You could have it. But if you're asking me to come and live with you, have a life together again, now, that's another story altogether. You broke our marriage covenant.
So did you.
No! By running off and leaving me like you did. So my answer is no. All things considered, that's best. Goodbye.
You see, I was engaged to Miss Anne Davidson against my father's wishes. She was in the unfortunate position of having been born into a family with no money, and thus father forbade the marriage. But I loved her. She was wonderful. And I'm just a low-down chump.
She was? You speak of her in the past tense.
If only I'd been man enough. You see, my father summons her father into his presence and then sails into him about his daughter not being fit for any son of his. Treated him with such contempt that I was embarrassed to be his relation. Then he threatens to cut me off without a cent if I continue to see her. Well, I defied him. I told father I would marry her no matter what. And his response was to see me damned first. And possibly he may.
Must have been a charming pair of pepper pots. What about her? Was she willing to wait until you made your own living? Or... I think certainly if I really cared for someone, I'd happily wait years.
She jumped off a bridge. See, all my life I've been trained to be a genteel, inept loafer. Perhaps here, away from butlers and chauffeurs and so-called friends who are so unconnected to what's of real importance. Or perhaps here, in this place, I can learn to be worthy.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. And if I weren't so cynical, I'd say that everything will work out. And perhaps it will.
Miss Lowe, so I shall see you again. Bathing time, perhaps?
I've got to be going.
But I must see you again.
Perhaps we shall see each other again.
We must.
Walk on! Walk on! Hello, Ezra.
Ah, Seth Atkins. What do you want?
I need some work done on my horse. The left hind is loose. Okay?
That's all. Oh. I'm busy.
Ah, well, you're not so busy as to turn down work, are you? If you are, you're richer than I ever knew. And I pay cash. You understand? Cash.
Let's see it.
Let's see the work.
I say, friend, did you have a match concealed?
You.
You?
You? You?
Bascom.
Oh. 8 years I've been waiting for that. 8 years. Huh?
Oh, the old sucker punch. You know, before this disagreeable interview is ended, you know exactly why it is that I am here. I am here to assist Emmeline in procuring a divorce. And that's exactly why I'm here.
A divorce?
Yes, sir. Divorce. From the man she was trapped into marrying. From the man who deserted her. So Emmeline and I are on our way to a lawyer.
All right, now wait. There is no lawyer here.
Well, then we'll pursue the nearest one. And you, sir, will cause no trouble. You won't try and see Emmeline again. And if you do cause trouble, the consequences could be extremely unpleasant for you. The divorce will no longer be private. Everybody will know about it. And my sister, her name, her good name, will be ruined forever. So my advice to you, stay secluded. Sethy.
Where's Joshua? Oh, gosh. Oh.
Where's Joshua?
I declare, Seth, I completely forgot about your horse.
You forgot about my
I'll fix
horse.
your horse, Seth. Come on. Hey, what's gotten into you lighthouse folks anyway, okay? What possessed the whole lot of you to come to town all at once?
What do you mean, a whole lot of us?
Well, I've seen at least 2 of you this afternoon. You know, that Bascom woman, she's been by here twice. First time she come by with one of Snow's livery boys driving her. Then just before the rain came, she come by here again with another pilot in the team.
What'd he look like?
Stranger.
What'd he look like?
Smooth face, real Jim Dandy, fancy suit.
All right, no. Which road did they take? Was it the Cape Light Road or some other?
No, they wasn't heading to the light. They took the other road, probably Orleans.
Orleans. Judge Gould is in Orleans. No!
Let's pull the horse around.
She wouldn't. Oh, no. I've got to get to Orleans.
You can't travel like that. I gotta fix your horse.
Shut up!
Dear Miss Lowell, I could not say it this afternoon, but I must say it now or it may be too late. I love you. Will you wait for me? I promise I will pull myself together. I will be the man I want to be with you as my inspiration. And you say you are a cynic, but you are not any more than I am, and I thought I was the biggest cynic that ever lived. But I've learned that cynics become believers when and if they have something or someone to have faith in. I have faith in you. Will you have faith in me? Can you believe in us? Together, we are lovers. We are limitless. Do you care? Signed, Russell Brooks.
Body and soul. Mrs. Deacon! Mrs. Deacon!
Who is it?
It's Seth Atkins.
What? What's the matter?
My horse has gone lame, and I need to light the light. I'll put Joshua in your barn and borrow your son's dory, if that's all right with you. No, if you don't mind, I'm sorry. I'll replace the feed and hay tomorrow, but I can't wait now. The light! That assistant of mine is all right. He's all right.
You! In the little boat! Come here!
Ahoy there!
Come here! I need you! Hurry up!
I'm coming.
Over here!
I'm coming. Your shirt on.
There's a lady with me. We need your assistance. Can't you move any faster?
Ahoy! Don't get all head up. I'm coming.
Lord! Please! Lord Almighty!
Seth!
Oh, what in heaven's name are you doing out here in this weather?
Oh, Seth, it was all a mistake. You know, we got lost, and the rain was so awful. And we got out of the buggy to stand under some trees to keep dry. The horse got scared from some fallen limbs, and then run off, and we were stranded. Thank God you came and saved us.
Now I'm gonna take you far away from him and take you home.
No. She is home. And she's staying home here with me.
What?
ain't you, Emmeline?
If you want me, Seth.
What are you talking about? Are you saying you're gonna leave me? You promised your dying husband that you would take care of me.
I know what Scripture says, that I ought to respect and obey my husband. But I've got some startling news for you, my dear Benny. In the eyes of God, Seth is my husband. He is the only husband that I gotta respect and obey.
Pleasure to see you again, Mr. Bennett.
I don't think that's very nice.
Sure. I suppose it's my job to clean this up.
Russell, answer me. Are you all right? I'm coming out. I'm coming to get you. Please speak to me. Here. Are you all right? Just stay. Rest. What are you... Just lie down. You all right? You feeling better?
Do you care?
Are you feeling better?
Did you get my note? The note I put under the door.
Answer me. Do you feel all right?
You answer me. Did you get my note?
Don't try to get up.
I'm
Just
all
stay
right.
here. I'll go get you some...
Don't go.
Ah.
No, if you go, I think I might faint.
No, you won't. Just stay here, and I'll get you some brandy.
Ruth, love, if you go away now, I will go with you if I have to crawl. Maybe I can't walk, but I swear I will crawl after you on my hands and knees, unless you answer my question. Do you care?
Yes.
You know, I'm going right over to the bungalow. I'm worried about Miss Ruth. And you find that young man, because you and me got something to tell him, and we might as well get the telling done as soon as possible. Oh, he is in for some shocker, Mr. Brown, being the avowed woman hater he is.
I think if you look closely enough, I don't think he's such a desperate case.
Seth, you know, it's not too late to back out. You still can, you know.
Back out? Back out? Emmeline, Bascom. I wouldn't back out if you...
Seth, come here. Shh. Don't say anything.
are you doing here with a woman, Mr. Brown? Considering the agreement that you and I had, I would think that I deserve some trifling explanation.
Well, as a matter of record, I do have something to say. Firstly, my name isn't Brown. It's Brooks. Russell Brooks. Secondly, this young lady is Ruth Lowe, a painter of heaven-high talent and the woman I'm going to marry. Thirdly, you better get used to having us around. Because I'm your assistant now and from now. And you still have to teach me about the light. And lastly, it wasn't a woman I was running from. It was my father, whom I shall see one last time. When I, politely but firmly, rip his trust fund up in his face. Atkins?
Oh. My name's not Atkins. It's Bascom. And this is the lady that I married over 8 years ago.
What a miraculous chain of coincidence led you to me. If the grass is greener and the sun shines brighter and the moon glow magically caresses you in another world with another lover, you will discover the truth.